Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. Today, na Monday, number first day, April Fool, for this month, 2024. My name na Capo Daniel, una own countryman, sense past king, Mr. No Connie. Una welcome to another episode of our daily podcast, a program where they bring una the truth, it bring una meaningful information, fact-based analysis for help we as we work out for this journey to our freedom, to the independence of Ambazonia. My fellow country people, we go start today with an obituary for inside this our Ambazonian cause. One of our Ambazonian patriot, we a member for the IG, Eyembe Alango, he done die for inside America. I just be very shocked for get the news. Na very strong Siseko, a group member, we don't work very closely. I be the help people provide information for update the crime the way Cameroon will be the document the crime the way Cameroon they commit them against we and the death and circumstances then we were so that they die. We done the work together since 2019. I think that is the first time he be contact me. Now a very hard-working person and one of those people where they get a very strong mind, a very deep comrade. He done die. One of the thing where he bring me and he very close together. Now the issue that way be happen for Nguti, where they become, it be bring now. I think now one of the first case will be discovered and say they collect money for ransom for Ground Zero, they transfer someone there for diaspora, and if you bring me the case, I go play the audio them for a tribute. Me you hear how they talk about some of the things the way it be happen, the things that will be the face. And I go also play some of the audio them. Me people that know it, it be belief, it be start for in the beginning of this struggle. The one of the messages and way it will bring me and you will work together for carry out some investigation them. Make una hear, and I think it still be relevant even today.
You are very correct, my son. If you had said that in Nguti, there's war in Nguti and so on, I would have known that you are telling a lie. But what you are saying here is the truth. Because Nguti has been a hotspot for the war, but now everything is returning to normal. I know people who reflect and we're in Boya, some in Moyoka, some in Yaoundé. They have come back to Nguti as of last month. So there's peace in that area. To put heads together, the very people who ask you people who are fighting, some of you who are fighting to collect ransom from people and send them money in the diaspora to pay their rents or their mortgages, you were sharing, if you are not involved, most of your colleagues were doing it. You keep 30% or 60 and 40 and send 60 to them because they bought the guns for you. The revolution became a revolution for extortion from the people that you were pretending to protect. Instead of fighting the La Republic soldiers, you people were fighting to collect money from villages and then to feed your friends and brothers and people who sponsor you in the diaspora. A case in point is your bank clan, immediately after Nguti, after Bayanti, up to Bakud and Bazo. Every village is paying 600,000 as monthly money to the boys because that's where they are. They are not fighting any war. So what you have been doing is wrong. And your leaders, whom you are calling God-ordained leaders, were making only silly speeches which don't make sense. And then you were clapping for them because they were using you to get money for themselves and yourselves. All of these people that the villages have turned against the people. And once a revolution has reached to this stage, it is bound to fail. So mark my word, if all other communities in Ambazonia decides to expose the soldiers, our own fighters, just know that the revolution is over. So the government of Cameroon is very happy that you have silly so-called leaders who sent you to be killing people and collecting ransom and feeding yourselves instead of fighting a war. They are now happy because the war will be over soon. So putting heads together, you have so-called leaders whom you respected and some of you are swearing that they are the only people who can rule you, derailed you, they used you, and then they are now dumping you. Because if you were not killing your own people, there is no subtle reason why anybody should expose a guerrilla fighter. So all the conclaves, if some of us want to attend the conclaves, they will not even tell us that they are having a meeting. So that they will now go there and continue telling you to do wrong things, burning hospitals, burning schools, and so on, and collecting ransom from our own people. Please, just know that you cannot put your heads together when the people have gone riots. And that's why we wanted to attend the meetings. We're not attending the meetings to take over the presidency from the Yoktabes and from the Sakos, Akwangas, and the Yabacho. We're attending the meeting, begging to attend the meeting so that we can tell you to start being reasonable from the start, so that you don't make some.
So the one a voice for Professor Patrick Asibong. And now the issue that this way we bring for Eyemba Eyembe it will be frustrated, even though we know what to do with this information. They will bring up for we warn the people the way they will be involved. Eventually, some Ambazonia they don't go for prison, where because they take ransom from ground zero, transfer them for them. And now a very big thing where it will come up. The first time we get this proof, it will be now for 2000 and I think January 2022 when Eyembe be bring up for me, and it will be very instrumental for the investigation them. And these are the things where the leader them will be done bring them. I will brief all Ambazonian leader them saying I think this way they go on. Our soldiers they be sent even for attack school. So Eyembe it will be very important for this very program for help we for identify where to go wrong, where to be the risk for our struggle. I go also play where to way he believe them. And this one, it will be part of our lobbying job for the American government before they will approve the TPS. Because we'll be jump on top time where America be start support Ukraine. Say Ukraine the fight for sovereignty, the same way we for Ambazonia the fight. Whether they approve them or not, why they go to protect refugee them for Ukraine, and then nobody protect the one there for Ambazonia. Eyembe also, he be right later, he be also participate for gather the data them. Will be the push for American government. I go play one of the audio them during that period for pay tribute for a big fighter. General no be only one way there for ground he carry gun. Eyembe it be na one big Ambazonian rock we done fall today. Make a play this audio.
In the Super Bowl of history, along with Taiwan and Ukraine. You see those two countries. Taiwan is preparing for war to defend the principles of UN Charter. Ukraine is doing exactly the same thing. We, like those two countries, we are holding a redeemable coupon on our sovereignty. The coupon has been in our hands since 1961. We just have to redeem it. But we keep doing this dima here in Kakati in the lower level. The coupon is in our hand. We have to redeem that coupon to give ourselves effective sovereignty and independence. We don't seem to realize that we are at that level. The UN has closed the loophole on countries playing in the shadows of international law. That's why they had to revisit the issue of the founding principles. Who has sovereignty, who doesn't? The people who have sovereignty can speak as nation states on international stage. They gave it to us. And they gave it to Ukraine. We have to work to redeem that coupon. The UN cannot do that for us. They are simply closing loopholes so countries like Cameroon and like Russia and like China cannot go and play dima in the shadows. They have closed the loophole. That's what I'm saying. This is the big game. This is for us to lose, my brother. This is for us to lose. We have the coupon. We've had it for 60 years. Cash it. Redeem it. The question is, do we even know how? The question is, do we know how? Mr. Biya has no way to hide. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. The UN has turned on the sunlight.
So that was from Eyembe Alango. He died for America, for Atlanta, for America. May he so rest in peace. He be been a very big Ambazonian rock. He will be very, very neutral. Na person way, even though he been a for Seseko a follower, he be always work with me. Whether I be the work with Seseko or not, we don't work very close because if you want to use my network, then we work very closely. And it just be very, very sad. Say I don't hear say it and die. It just be so surprising because with the chat, it nobody even be long. For yesterday, young man, he done pass. He be very passionate about our history, about our case. We could continue for honor people like this, their memory, for fight for justice for our people and for our cause. So the fighting against our own people, the using of misuse, let me say the misuse of our soldier them, it don't always be the warning alarm where patriot they be done the game already as they be see how the struggle will be to go down the drain. It be very, very strange. Say some of our people them, they don't be blinded for all this use them. They excuse the always be na my group or they support somebody. I go use this opportunity for congratulate Vela Franklin. Even though he still get some bad belly inside he because a man will get the competitive heart. For Ambazonia will get crap mentality. Would they always compete with each other even when there is no room for competition? When the stakes are high, we are always jealous and envy. So much way it prevents we from be able to work collectively. And I think in the place that way white man then pass with because white man then know how to work together for a common interest. Nevertheless, Vela Franklin he don't get the courage for stand out for speak the truth. I be tell una say they don't block Batibo road for 1 month. The ADF they be lie said they want do na because of General Efang. Their lie down be exposed because they don't come for extend them again, even for a cock. The cock a man for a cock road for try to block that Trans-Saharan road. You go ask me say did they work now for La Republique? Ayabacho and the ADF did they really work for La Republique? Me una really tell me because did they block that road it go help na wo. So Vela Franklin he don't be the only one person for stand out speak. You go believe say the thing will be the pointer out for Sako ye IG na say thing they be the spoil the go people they be there for the way they should don't quiet. They need to be able to hold any group leader or any group to accountability because na their group they protect na the group even against public interest. So I go play the audio for the Vela Franklin he out in way that make him. Make I go caution on say even though he talk the truth, but inside he still gets on that symptoms them for partisanship and that bias where they come from competitive spirit within activism. Make a play audio, make what people them hear.
Our political leaders are sick. Most of Ambazonian political leaders have issues. Example, if activists group up somewhere and team up to be insulting another leadership, and that leadership also enjoy to allow their own surrogate to go out and insulting other people, there's no difference between all of them. They are all mentally challenged. If you insult me and I turn to my village and talk in the dialect, no one from my village will even give you a dime. And all Ambazonians are like this. What is happening that these our leaders who are crooks can never stand and say, I am sorry. What is wrong that leaders take advantage of even infiltrators who join you to insult other people? You are now praising an infiltrator because they are insulting other leadership. And very soon you cry infiltration. Most of these leaders take advantage of infiltrator, gang them, give them position, and then for them to just bring down the gallons of other people, of other group. And when they do that, infiltrator has a job to destroy the struggle. They will turn against you. When you fight Cameroon and Bia, know that people will also fight you as your surrogate. Am I talking, my people? Drop the comments if I'm wrong. You don't need education to know this type of thing. How do you allow people to go and attack people and you expect people to come and support you? When we know a revolution can only move ahead with financial contribution. I'm asking you people, Ambazonian people, if I'm wrong. Educate me now. Educate me. I want to get some sense. You don't want to see Capo killing 17 soldiers in Batibo before stopping lockdown. When IG called for 1 month lockdown, we say, what? Lockdown should be accurate. Lockdown should be 2 days maximum. Look this. Today we are calling for 1 month lockdown. Hello. Hi. Goodbye.
So, now the Vela Franklin that he talk. But you, the ADF, they don't extend the 1 month where they don't block Batibo road where they go for a cock. They don't block that road for 1 month. They don't extend it for 1 month, and they even talk so they go close the one for Manfe. It takes just a few men with gun to do that. It is not pride. This is a hostage situation, and I want to congratulate Vela Franklin. Despite the childishness way they always bring them for be bold enough for call Ayabacho or the group member them. They don't be silenced because for them group be more important than the country. All the destruction way they go on for the struggle, they see them very well. Nobody say they need to see them. So this is what it is. In the spirit of Easter, Ebenezer Akwanga didn't come out with a very deep presentation. I go on for play some part of that presentation. Make una hear.
Struggle for freedom for the people of Ambazonia, the southern Cameroons. My role within the Organization of Emerging African States or organization who are involved in our struggle for freedom have this wrong notion that if you are not always on Facebook and talking, it means you've either abandoned the struggle or you are no longer involved. There is just no way that we are going to get what we want to get if it is not this ex-person who is our leader and all whatnot. You see, in everything in human life, you must learn to strategize. If you are not able to know that at this particular stage, this particular strategy is no longer viable, it's not working, I need to change the strategy for the good, not just of myself, but for the good of those around me and the entire struggle, then you will never achieve anything in life. Even in private life, in our personal lives, you must be able to look at things and change. The way you were in your 20s, when you get to mid-20s is different. Getting to 30s is different. Mid-30s is different. 40s is different. That is how life is all about. So you have to re-strategize. You need to ask yourself, what is going to work? Not just for me, but for the people for whom I'm putting in so much human sacrifice for.
The program, it go on for a long hour, I think almost an hour, but it will be very refreshing. And the most important part I want for stress now wait we Akwanga if we go through time we Cameroon government to be arrested.
24. I was just reminded by the Chief of Staff of the African People's Liberation Movement that on the 24th of March, 1997, I was kidnapped in Jakiri alongside my dear brother of late, Julius Ngundi, who was also my confidant. What transpired between the 24th and the 29th of March remains unspeakable. I have said it time and time again. And for some people, they have used it as mockery. I said, this was the period where I was sexually molested by female gendarmes. This was the period where a gendarmerie officer from Balikumbat was so angry with me and any other person who was involved in the Southern Cameroon struggle. At that time, they would talk of SCNC, SCYL, and the rest. And scam. He was so angry that in order to satisfy his masters from La République du Cameroon, he imbued a type of punishment, wickedness on me, on my physical body. How I survived it, I can't tell up till date. I went through all types of stuffs. We know that men sexually harass women, molest women, but these were women molesting me, undress me, and use my penis as a game, fun for them. It was to make me, to reduce me to something worse than a lesser man. That is what they did to me. Women to do that to me in 1997. What else do you expect? Yes. What do you expect? I died in the Hilux Toyota where I was chained both hands and legs and my stomach was on the floor. This is March. Bear with me what I'm trying to say here. And how I survived, someone said it was a bottle of Tangi. These guys have refused me food and water. This wound I have here that many of you have seen is the butt of a gun.
So as Easter they come, Akwanga shared this story, and it be very sad because somebody like this, I think when I remember the egg of sea, we don't get meeting where Ayabacho can talk say he don't take money for La Republic, he work nana for La Republic, simply because say if he get success with the HD, if he work closely, the HGBDC, the man we get soldier them, they work with. So because now a challenge from one man in power and in dominance, then they decide for label somebody like this like a traitor. And they then spread the message. There are people who believe that Akwanga was working for La Republic, despite the fact that in 2022, his forces, led by General Transporter, carried out the highest attacks against the enemy, while ADF was sleeping like Kanasui no get power again. That is just what it is. That is what our struggle have become. For somebody to think that those of us who are dedicated our life, we can take money, the person don't know why we are fighting. I remember when I met Akwanga in Toronto, despite the fact that we were sent to insult him up and down, he held my hand like a brother. Amongst all of the defense representatives in the Toronto conference, he tell me, Capo Daniel, come together, come work together. No chop together with all man, because inside the hall, if they define two people, them, Cameroon define two people, now me and you will fear. We did not eat with everybody. We spent time together. We did not stay in the general hotel where everybody was staying. And I appreciate Ebenezer Akwanga now even more than that period. And I want for those share this story we come out for Tokam. It be very touching. And I think this way all we don't go through. We don't basically sacrifice our life for our country. how Jesus Christ is sacrificing life for receive insult. When I remember the story for Easter, Jesus Christ will be the work and make miracle, heal people them. People be define all mistake way that make them. They can't talk say either heal some man for Sabbath day. They not work for Sabbath day. Why you heal some man for Sabbath day? He talks say that man way down. If your donkey before for water, you not go move on because on Sabbath day you will never make it die. When that donkey you need to use them for go work farm day. Now which kind of wickedness this? Every good thing where Jesus be the do am. Population cafiage be the follow, but the people the way they be educated now they be the worker try for set it trap. They can't talk say you need to pay tax. You go pay tax. It mean not say you support the Roman occupation of Jerusalem of Israel. Then use all trap way no day. Until the final day, then bring Jesus Christ. They can't talk say they can't get one of the disciples and we can testify against he. Then pay that he servant money where the servant even chop the money. Judas Iscariot, even chop the money with them bribe, make he can testify for court against Jesus Christ. And that testimony, it will be a false testimony. Say Jesus Christ, he talks and he be king over the king of Rome. We know between Jesus Christ be the talk. Jesus Christ say being a son of God, he come for can heal people. Then people and sisters be the call king. So when would they testify, give wrong testimony against our people them? Sometimes not even because they don't bribe people, simply because we want our own ego. Even that ego self will not go chop them. So Jesus Christ, they be take he because they elder them, they elite them. They be try for trapping me and kill you because the common people they be they listen for you, they will want for stop his voice. Then finally go crucify ye. As Ebenezer Akwanga they talk na Easter time, I go tell na the story for Easter. Then beat Jesus Christ, then torture ye to hell, then torture Jesus Christ, then whip him with this wire, then where you get chuku them for day. Then beat and suit power for carry cross self for wood naily. Be there. Then ask you carry your own cross. They the same, then talk to me man dig a grave. Then beat him, kill him. As then kill he, they stand for corner for look and say, maybe the man get that power to tree go come out. Some of the people, then where they be talk me, then kill Jesus, then go talk for Pilate, say, me gonna put God the middle and guard it because he disciple them. If he don't make some statement one day, say if then kill he go wake up again, he go jail up for die. Then go there, and then another man they call him Matthias. Some good people then too for the Pharisee their side, they elite them. It they like were activists and they go meet up the man. It they like were people for ground zero, they were patch where they be done kill him. He go meet up the governor, tell he say, we no fit leave the pikin, the man he die body for cross so make it stay because say. Pass over there, he come, move him, give authorization, me they move that body, go bury him. They move him. So other man will be no say Jesus Christ na good man, he bring oil, then wipe his body fine. Then say me then go put him for some nice grave, as they be the put grave people for inside stone. Then put it for day. Put God they me then God and me, the disciple, then no can thief and talk, say then wake up. Until night, angel come up for heaven, he can't fall for that, he can't would light like big man. They got them chakara. Jesus, he uproot the tomb. Jesus Christ come out. That way Mary Magdalene, they say, we no fit left the man, he go die. Man, where he fight for we all, he speak on behalf of the poor people. He go say me, go check and he discover and say, Jesus Christ, he don't come out. He run, bring back the story for place where he disciple the she done for day for come. They run come out. Peter, where he been an old man. John run past he go enter, he go stand for front, he no be fit enter for grave. So that man down wake up to true. That said Jesus Christ, he wake up, forgive hope. Say many people they know say if you do good, even though they crucify you, one day you go still rise again. Forgive hope, say the life will live them. There is another life after this one. And at the biggest accountability, whatever you do as an individual, ask yourself, are you living up to some principles? Or you are just living your life? You cannot be saying one thing today, tomorrow you say the other thing. Without any justification. You cannot come out and be lying about people with the hope that you will destroy them, their reputation, or you will stop people from hearing them. You cannot try all your life to be setting trap for people. No. Define people for who they are. Do not distort image of people. Just tell the truth, and only the truth shall set us free. As we go through this thing for Ground Zero today, now, Monday goes down, would they talk me all man respect Monday goes down because now the only way we will show the war is a problem there for our country. Make Eyembe Alango, make it rest in peace, and make our people then continue to get hope for freedom. We will fight for una. We are incorruptible. Money no go solve the problem. We are doing the right thing. When somebody is right, the person is right. When somebody is wrong, the person is wrong. And those who fight for justice, as they say, those who come for equity must come with clean hand. Those who are truly fighting for freedom will be capable to go over their partisanship and their occultic personality to stand for the truth and to speak the truth on behalf of the people who cannot speak for themselves. Capo Daniel, looking out for you, signing off.